This video will go through the complete disassembly and reassembly of the XT connector. Regular maintenance program of inspecting and lubricating the connector is a safe, long-life operation. Visually inspect the connector on a regular basis and blow air through it to clean out debris that collects over time. A few drops of refrigerant oil or a spray of oil as part of a regular maintenance program will help provide continual easy actuation of your connector. This lubrication can be done with a squeeze bottle or a trigger spray type bottle. For dry, relatively clean applications, a couple of drops of oil applied at the back of the sleeve of the connector on a weekly basis has proven to be adequate. Your specific preventative maintenance procedure should be determined by your specific application. The most commonly performed connector repair is the main seal replacement. Repair parts for this procedure come with written instructions and will not be specifically discussed in this video. XTB seal replacement kits contain O-rings for 5 seal replacements. For information on main seal replacement, contact FasTest or your area sales representative. XTR connector rebuild kits contain the main seal, internal O-rings, retaining ring, and replacement ball bearings to repair one connector. Repair kit part numbers for each size connector are listed on the part sheet. All the repair parts are available separately, but this kit contains the recommended parts when rebuilding a connector. Tools needed for disassembly and assembly of the XT include standard work tools. Also needed is a sample expanded tube for disassembly and assembly purposes. Make sure that repair parts ordered are for your size connector, as parts are not interchangeable. Petroleum oil is used as a factor for lubrication of O-rings and can be used on all connector parts.
The first step in repairing your connector is disassembly. We start by removing the retaining ring. Next, you need to connect your connector to a sample tube piece and rotate the connector until the ball hole, the small ball hole, is at the top. You may need a bin to catch the balls as they fall out of the hole. Use air to blow the balls out of the groove. If you don't get all of the balls out of the groove, the actuator will not come out of the body. The next step is to remove your connector from the tube sample. Remove the spring and remove the actuator from the tube sample. Next, remove the O-rings from the actuator. Be careful not to scratch or damage the surface where the O-rings ride. Next, remove the sleeve from the body. and push the locking balls out from the inside. I think I'm doing this. Remove the O-ring from the body. This completes the disassembly of your connector. Step 2 in the repairing procedure is rebuilding and reassembling of the connector. We start by filling the grooves inside of the sleeve with Vaseline. Next, we put the O-ring onto the body and put Vaseline onto the O-ring. Taking the locking balls that were removed from the connector, put them back in the holes and slide the sleeve onto the body. Assemble the thicker cross-section O-rings onto the nose of the actuator. Assemble the other O-rings to the opposite end of the actuator. Push the second O-ring back to create a groove between the two O-rings. Fill that groove with Vaseline so that the level of Vaseline is flush with the top of the O-rings. Put the spring into the actuator and then insert the actuator spring assembly into the connector body. Connect the connector onto your tube sample and slide sleeve forward until you can see the ball holes. Rotate the body until the large retaining ball hole is at the top. Next, put the retaining balls into the hole in the connector. Make sure to check your repair list and make sure that you put in the correct number of balls per your size connector. Next, remove your connector from your tube sample and assemble your retaining ring in the groove. Connect and disconnect your connector several times to ensure proper action of the connector. We recommend that you test your connector before putting it on the line. This ends the reassembly and rebuilding of your connector.
If there are specific questions or problems with your connector, call FasTest at 800-444-2373. A good preventive maintenance program is the key to a long, repair-free life for your new or rebuilt XT connector.